and welcome back to my channel, Postcards from My Golden Years. I'm Anne. I'm so happy to see you all back again today. And for those of you who are new, welcome. If you're not a subscriber, why not? It's so easy to subscribe and it doesn't cost anything. All you need to do is look below the video and click that little rectangular box that says subscribe as you hover over it. And that way, whenever you go to YouTube, my videos will show up in your feed as videos you might want to check out. There's also a little bell. If you click that little bell, you'll get an automatic notification every time I upload a new video so you don't miss anything. And if you like my video, please do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. Liking my video, giving me that thumbs up or leaving a comment helps raise my video on YouTube so that YouTube sends it to the top and lets more people see it, and it will help me grow my channel. And I would really appreciate it. So today, this video is for you, the ladies. So if there are any men around, you may want to say, hey babe, take a break and go in another room and find something else to do. We're just gonna talk about some things that women just prefer to talk about with women. So anyway, let's get started. Pure rose. Look at this pretty pink, I guess you'd call it almost a canister, that pure rose came in, and it is a rose nectar. And I heard another YouTube creator talking about this and how it made her feel, and I guess I was intrigued. I love roses. Who doesn't love the smell of roses? And most people love rose oil, and I have this wonderful heavenly rose perfume that I got from, actually it was a present from my husband, a Christian Dior rose fragrance perfume, and I love it. So the idea of ingesting a rose nectar was intriguing. So I went to the website and I looked it up, and I decided to place an order. It was not inexpensive, I will say, although you're buying a bottle, a concentrated bottle of Bulgarian rose oil, or rose nectar. I mean, it says there are, wait a minute, let me put my glasses on. It is an 8-ounce bottle, and it says there are 144 Bulgarian roses in the bottle, 32 servings. And a serving is approximately a half of a tablespoon. So, and you can add this to rosé, you can add it to water, you can add it to smoothies, you can add it to tea, coffee, you name it. So I decided to give it a try. I decided that it was interesting because, let me just look at my notes here. The other person, I wanted to make sure I get this right, she said that when she drank it, as it was going down, she felt this higher vibration of energy that was going through her. And I went to their website to read some of the reviews. And some of the things that people were saying were sort of similar. Anywhere from just an overall feeling of feeling great to I felt heavenly. Other people said it gave them an all-over boost just as it was going down. It was just with them. Now, one thing I should mention is that roses are loaded with antioxidants, flavonoids, and polyphenols, which all support your immune system. It's 100% organic and natural, and it's pure. There are 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 additives, 0 preservatives, And their marketing information says it nourishes your skin, fights free radical damage, elevates your mood, improves digestion, reduces inflammation, and even they say it raises your vibration. I'm not sure I've ever felt my vibration elevated. Have you? So anyway, I decided, let me give it a try. So I just got this in the mail yesterday, and I've studied their website to figure out how to best use it, and I decided I'm simply going to add it to a glass of water. Okay, so here's my glass of water. I would say this is, it's at least 8 ounces, if not more, of ice cold water. And it does smell heavenly. I'm trying to remember the last time I used rose extract. I made rose flavored cupcakes, and it just had sort of a flowery taste, but I think it was mostly the smell. So let me just see what it tastes like. Wow. Very interesting. Well, it has this, I don't want to say it's a fruity flavor. It's not fruity. It's not sweet. It is, it just, there's something about it. I almost can't describe it. I'm trying to center myself and see if I feel this energy. I do feel good all over, and my thirst is quenched, so I guess I'm still going to have to evaluate this, and maybe as I continue with this video and talk about other things, I will start to feel more of what this will do for me, or maybe it's something that's cumulative. At any rate, it does not taste bad. It tastes pleasant. I don't know what heavenly drinks taste like, so I'm not sure I could call it heavenly. I haven't been to heaven, I guess, in over 67 years, so I don't know. Maybe it's the nectar of the gods or the angels. Well, anyway, it's worth a try. I am looking forward to seeing what, if anything, it does for me as time goes on, because I do, after all, have, I think it said 32 servings, so I get to try it 31 more times. Okay, so the subject is moisture. And when I say moisture, I am referring to feminine moisture issues, vaginal moisture issues. Yes, I said it, the word. A lot of us don't like to talk about it, but when you reach a certain age, sometimes it's after menopause, and sometimes it's before, where you start to suffer vaginal dryness. And no matter how aroused you are, you start to have painful intercourse because you are not as moist as you were back in the day when you were younger. So, if you have a good doctor, it's good to talk to your doctor, your gynecologist, or in my case, I discussed it with my regular doctor who manages my bioidentical hormones for me. And hard as it was to discuss with him, yes, it's a man, he asked the question, and I thought, I'm not going to pussyfoot around here and get all embarrassed because I'm uncomfortable talking to a man about it. He is my doctor after all, and he sort of holds the key to prescriptions if I need one. So one of the things that he suggested was estrogen, vaginal estrogen. It's actually estriol. And so it comes in a tube, and it comes with a little injector thing, for lack of a better word. And you just put about an inch of this in this before you go to bed. And if you do it like 2 or 3 times a week, it keeps things inside moist. And especially if you're older, it keeps you, so I'm told, from suffering or it reduces the chances of suffering vaginal atrophy. There are just so many things going on inside of us women, but this will keep you moist. Now, it's not something that you use before intercourse. When I first got it, I thought that's what he was telling me to do with this. That, when you're getting ready to make love, you go insert this. And I started thinking, wow, is it edible or, but the fact is, you want to use this on a night that you're not going to be making love, because you really just want it to get in there and lubricate, do what it's supposed to do, add moisture, get into the I guess your skin, and let it do its stuff. And generally, you may have to use a little mini pad in case of leakage, but it's very effective. So there is that, but you do have to talk to your doctor, and this comes from a compounding pharmacy. And now I know that there are women, I've read online on Facebook groups, that there are women who have gone to other places, and I guess they've gotten it on their own without a prescription. I don't like to mess with anything that's going to go inside of my body without talking to a doctor about it and getting it as a prescription. So I have never been one to go and get non-prescription estrogens or progesterones or testosterone creams or whatever. Everything that I use that is related to my hormones is prescribed by my doctor, and it comes from a compounding pharmacy. So, but I would suggest this as something to do. Even if you do it once a week, and more often than not, I forget all about it. I'm just not thinking. And then suddenly I remember, oh my gosh, I have to do that. I kind of keep it hidden away in a drawer, so it's not right there in front of me, like on my dressing table. It's just one of those things. I just know that it's very helpful for me. And it's something that I have been led to understand that you should use it forever. Once you get to be a woman of age, like we are. Okay, another solution for moisture is a good lubricant. Let me tell you about my journey. Now, for many, many years, I didn't use a lubricant. I didn't need a lubricant. I guess I was very fortunate. And then once I got through menopause, it started to be something that became helpful. And still, I didn't use it a whole lot. And for a few years, I was single, so there wasn't a lot of need. I wasn't that active when I was single. But once I got married, we started using a lubricant. And early on, we started using coconut oil. Years ago, my husband gave me this wonderful full body massage one night as a surprise on one of our dates. And he used coconut oil, warm coconut oil, to massage me. And it was wonderful, it was heavenly. And unfortunately, some of the coconut oil got into my vaginal area, and I was very concerned about not letting that get inside of me. The last thing I wanted was some sort of a urinary tract infection or something. The idea of coconut oil had not occurred to me as a natural lubricant. Well, subsequently, I did a little research on the internet, and I found that there were people, in fact, using coconut oil as a lubricant. So for years, we used coconut oil. And I would buy these giant tubs of it when I would see it at Costco. I mean, we were newlyweds, so, we used a lot of coconut oil. So anyway, the year before last, I suddenly had actually right into last year, I had recurrent urinary tract infections. And the first one that I had was sort of a surprise because I couldn't remember in my adult life the last time I had a urinary tract infection. And so my doctor and I discussed all of the possible things that could cause it. And of course, we know that sexually, if you have anal sex and immediately at vaginal sex, that's not a good idea. But in my case, that wasn't even an issue because there was nothing going on in that back area there. So that couldn't have been what caused it. So then we talked about the fact that my husband and I use coconut oil as a lubricant, and my doctor had me immediately stop using it because there is a shelf life on coconut oil. So if you happen to be one of those people who came up with the idea to use coconut oil, be very, very careful or buy it in very, very small quantities. Here I was buying these giant tubs of coconut oil that would last us literally years. And what the doctor told me was there's a shelf life once you open the bottle. And you can't be using coconut oil for years, especially if you're going to be getting it inside your vagina. It could create an ugly bacterial situation, and my urinary tract infection was, bad bacteria. So we stopped using it, and instead I started looking for other lubricants to use. And of course I wanted it to be all natural and safe and water-based and in a small container. So I started ordering this personal lubricant from a company called Lola. And I forget how much this cost. I'll look it up, and by the time I edit this video, I'll give you a price and I'll let you know how to find it in the links below. Let me put my glasses on. This contains organic aloe, barbadensis leaf juice, xanthium gum, agar lactic acid, potassium sorbate, sodium benzoate, and natural flavor. Well, Needless to say, we've been using this for at least a year. From when I started getting the urinary tract infections, and I had 3 of them back to back. So ever since I started using this, I have not had any more urinary tract infections. So it could very well have been the coconut oil. We're not 100% sure. But a warning to all of you who may be thinking about using coconut oil or already using it. So there's that. But you should always have a good lubricant, because there's nothing worse than painful intercourse. Is there? Really? I mean, that would kill sex for me forever if every time my husband and I tried to make love, it was painful. Okay, the next product that I would like to talk about is called Come and Gone. Now, I saw this online. Look at that. Sort of looks like, I want to say, sort of like a cross between a tampon and a lollipop, right? Or a tampon on a stick. Here's the premise of this. Somebody came up with this idea as a solution for after having sex, if you don't want to get out of bed, to clean up right away. So you keep this by the bedside, and from what I've read, it appears that you simply unwrap it, insert, swirl it around a little bit, and then put it back in the package. So you have something to keep it from getting on your nightstand or what have you. So I have not tried it yet. I generally, after having sex, it's a real good idea to go pee. And so you can clean up easily if there's no bathroom available. I mean, in my younger days, making love in a park, there was no bathroom. When I was 18 years old, would have been pretty handy to have one of these little dipstick things. I don't know if I'm actually going to give it a try. I got 3 of them, and I don't think I paid much for them. I think it was just a trial offer, actually a few months ago. They've been sitting in my drawer for a few months. I think it was like a trial offer where you just pay for shipping. And then I recently got an email from the woman who came up with this idea. Looks like her name is Frances. And she sent me an email asking if I could just give her a little review, tell her how it worked. And I told her I was sorry that I just hadn't had an opportunity to use it yet. But, it just could be something you want to keep in your makeup bag for those moments, if you're wild and fun. As I was editing this video, I realized it's going to be longer than what I would like it to be for one video. So I decided I'm going to turn it into 2 videos. So this is going to be the end of part 1. I thank you so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this video or part 1, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And I love your comments. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you're using. If there are some interesting topics of, kind of intimate that only us girls should talk about, and you'd like me to make a video about them, I'll try anything once. Well, just about. So anyway, thank you again for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.